Excuse me. You wouldn't happen to know what sort of wine pairs well with a Duck l'Orange, would you?
Try something with a full fruit flavor, like a Cabernet Sauvignon.
Sauvignons are a little bit oaky for my palate.
This article right here is all about the resurgence of Pinot Noir. You know, you could just pay me right out in public.
But then I wouldn't feel like James Bond.
Who does that make me?
Pussy galore. Octopussy.
That's enough, Harvey.
What do you have for me?
Nothing. On paper, Tanner's clean. He may break the rules, but he covers his tracks.
You never come up empty for me before.
Well, this time either. Tanner booked a conference room at the Waldorf tomorrow at noon.
Divide and conquer. It's gonna gather my plaintiffs, scare them, and then give them a lowball offer. That's illegal. What?
You've used me for a lot of things. You've never asked me to investigate another attorney before.
This guy's good.
If he called your plaintiffs, I can get his phone records and prove it.
He didn't make those calls himself. He's not gonna be at the Waldorf either tomorrow. But I will.
Donna, can you tell me about these confidential employee codes that Lewis says Rachel used to fax the witness list over to Wakefield Katie?
I have 1,000 things to do before lunch. Hold Mike's hand while he crosses the street. Not one of them.
Donna, this one's for Rachel.
What do you need?
I know we use the billing codes to charge the clients, but what do we use the employee codes for?
They're special codes for when you need to use the firm's resources for personal reasons.
We can do that?
You can't, but Rachel can.
Why?
Because a fifth-year paralegal is more valuable to the firm than a first-year associate.
Okay, so do you have a personal code?
I have two.
So where do you get them?
They're generated by the IT department.
We have an IT department?
Oh, no, the computers don't run themselves. At least until Skynet goes active.
Sarah Connor.
No.
No. I'll work
Really
on that.
bad.
Hi, excuse me, I'm looking for Benjamin?
You found him.
Oh, great. I'm Mike Ross. We just spoke on the phone. Man, this place is like Battlestar Galactica. Where do you guys keep the Cylons?
Pearson Hardman takes care of us because we're on call 24/7. If a server goes down or a partner's computer crashes, people die.
It's a little dramatic, don't you think, Ben?
It's Benjamin. I'm sure you don't like it when people call you Mike.
Well, actually, I prefer Mike.
Well, Mike, 6 months ago, I was at Connolly White. The network went haywire, and we were in a breach of contract litigation worth $400 million. They needed it fixed in an hour. No one thought it could be done. I had the network up and running again in 23 minutes. Is that dramatic enough for you?
Wow, you're like a regular Zuckerberg.
Zuckerberg? Zuckerberg couldn't code his way out of a paper bag. You called about the employee codes. You're a first year. You can't have one. Sorry.
Okay, well, I don't need one. I just want to know if it's possible for someone to gain access to somebody else's code.
Sure. For one person, me, I have access to all of the codes.
Okay, so in your short tenure here, has anyone ever asked you for access to someone else's code?
Once, last week.
Who?
I can't tell you that.
Why not?
IT officer-client privilege.
Does that even exist, Ben?
It does in here.
All right, Ben, why don't we make a bet?
I think you mean a wager, Michael?
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna tell you every single number on this piece of paper, and you're gonna give me that name.
And if you can't?
Then I'm gonna give you this check for 10 grand.
You get one number, one comma, one decimal point wrong, and that money is mine.
Oh, and when I win, I'll also take one of those computers. And for the record, there's not a single comma on there. You ready?